In this video, I'll be covering all the tips and tricks that you should know to aid you as you quest through the lands of Harvestella. These tips will help you build your fortune, improve your battle prowess, and optimize your precious in-game time. So let's not wait any longer and get right into it. The first tip is to forage every day around your farm. You can get lots of valuable goodies just by doing this on a regular basis. The most valuable I found early on were the bits of food, like mushrooms and berries. This allowed me to get the stamina regen I needed per day to complete my farming chores. Also, you can get crafting materials like monolite fragments and the materials you need for the early weapon upgrades and farm expansions from the Renovator. Speaking of the Renovator, he will be the one you go to get the kitchen upgrade, which is important to be able to cook all your food dishes. Food will be one of the main ways you heal in the game, but also he will allow you to build and upgrade your Cluffowls and Woolum pens. I would get these as soon as possible. Cluffowls and Woolums are great passive income. They are super cheap to feed, and other than feeding them, require no extra effort on your part. They give you eggs and milk that will heal you up real good throughout the game, and will provide you with other materials you can sell for good money. Make sure you also do the side quests in the game, as they provide you with materials, seeds, and good spending cash, which is hard to come by otherwise early in the game. You can also go to the inn in each town and complete the food delivery quests for good money and more recipes. The only annoying thing is that there's no way to track what you need to make or have already made for the freaking guy. You either have to write it down or be Rain Man and memorize the orders. On the topic of making food, and this goes for crafting items as well, each recipe takes time out of your in-game day to make, so I would recommend crafting and cooking at the end of the day. This will ensure that you had enough time to do all your chores or other tasks you wanted to accomplish in the day, and make sure you use up every last minute you have available in the night that you would have otherwise thrown away by hitting the hay early. Another thing you will want to do in the game is get lots of juicers. Juice is a cheap and easy health item that you can make in the game. A lot of food items can be juiced, including the berries you can forage. And you don't need multiple items of food just to make one health item like with cooking. Also, when your stomach is 100% full, you won't be able to eat any more food to heal. Juice doesn't fill you at all, so you can drink all the juice you want during a fight. So you will definitely want a lot of juice on hand when coming up against a boss. Something else you want to do before fighting a boss is to make sure you spend all of your money at the shops, because when you die, Cress will take money as a service fee for saving your ass. But she can't take her fee if you don't have the money to spare. Some other ways to make combat easier is to constantly switch your combat class during a battle. I wasn't utilizing this enough when I first started. I would just stay as one class for a while and wait for my special attacks to recharge like a chump. If you change your class, you can use the special attacks belonging to that class while your other ones continue to recharge. If you keep changing, you will almost always have a special attack at your disposal. However, these special attacks do use a lot of stamina, so you will want to make sure your regular attacks also pack a punch. Do this by constantly checking in with the smithy to see if you can afford some weapon upgrades. These upgrades make a noticeable difference in the amount of damage you do. Super important because the game basically has no dodge or block mechanics. So the faster you can kill the enemy, the better, so you can conserve your valuable heals. These upgrades can also get quite expensive, so I also recommend sticking with 2 specific party members throughout the game, at least at first. It's much cheaper to upgrade just 2 members than trying to keep them all up to snuff. It's also more manageable and enjoyable to max out and immerse yourself in 1 or 2 character storylines at a time. And it's important to complete your party members' stories, as each time you finish a segment of their quests, they get a slight stat boost as well as some special party abilities. If you have 2 fully leveled and upgraded party members with you, the combat in the game gets much easier, but you will always end up doing the majority of the damage, so make sure your weapon gets favored first with the upgrades. So I'm curious, are you planning on playing this game more for the calming farming aspects? Is it the story that you're more interested in? Or do you much prefer the action RPG combat? Let me know in the comments down below, but until next time, keep on questing.